Hello, everybody. This is another edition of Ape Interviews Presents. I'm Dan Baker, the founder of American Primate Exploration, and today we have an exclusive. We're going to be talking to my wife about her first Bigfoot sighting that she ever had, and she was actually on her way home from work, and I believe this was on July 7th, 2013. My wife's name is Sue. Hi, Sue.
Hi, Dan.
Sue, tell me what time of day it was when you were actually on your way home from work.
I had just got off work. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon.
Okay. And you were heading north on State Route 45 going towards Salem, Ohio, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, where exactly was it that you had this sighting? Where were you on State Route 45 when this happened?
I was coming down that big hill that they call Ski Slope Hill.
Okay.
Um, I was coming from Lisbon going towards Salem. I was just starting down the hill.
Okay. And you were just there's a big bridge right there, right?
Yes.
And that goes over I believe it's called the Greenway Trail. It's a bicycle trail or something like that near the Little Beaver Creek.
Yes.
Okay. So as you were coming down the hill, what did you see? You know, when you were coming down the hill. Tell me what you saw uh, in your own words.
Well, as I topped the hill, the vehicle in front of me um, had hit their brakes real quick. And of course, being behind them, I had to hit mine. But I could see ahead of them there was this tall, dark brown creature looking thing that was coming from left to right. It crossed the road in front of them, and then as soon as it got past, the car in front of or the van in front of me took off like a bat out of you know what. And as it took off, I noticed there was a second one down over the hill. But the first one had come across the road and jumped over the fence or the guardrail, not the
Okay.
fence.
Yeah.
Um, but there was the vehicle in front of me took off real fast, like something really scared him. And there was another vehicle coming towards me. He was coming like from Salem to Lisbon, and it was a pickup truck. And the pickup truck stopped, and then he pulled. There was like a little pull off, and he pulled up a little bit, and then he'd back up, and he'd pull up and back up, and he kept looking to see what it was that had crossed the road in front of us.
Okay. You said this creature, whatever it was dark brown color,
Yeah, real dark color.
and at first you thought it was just a great big enormous person, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you realized that uh, did you think after a few seconds that it was actually a person or that it was something else?
It was something else.
Okay.
It was too big to be a person.
Okay. Could you actually see hair moving or something on it?
Um, yeah, I guess you could say the hair. You could see like the muscles moving or whatever. It was huge.
Okay.
And it was all hairy. It wasn't clothes. It was definitely something non-human.
Okay. Well, you said that it actually, when you called me right afterwards, I know you were really kind of frantic when you called me. You said that it actually kind of looked at you, didn't it?
Yes.
And what would you say that the face looked like?
Um, like a real withered human.
Withered human. Um, you said at one time, I believe I showed you some different pictures, and there were different types of hominids, and I showed you one picture of like a Neanderthal.
Neanderthal. Yeah.
Yeah, and you said it looked primarily like a Neanderthal.
Right.
Um, so, The one further on down the hill, did you get a look at its face or anything?
No, no, it was too far away.
Okay, so you said they went from left to right. What is there on the right hand side of the road? Was there more woods or
It's all wooded and swampy area, and um, it goes all the way down the hill. Um, I think the Beaver Creek, I think, might be the creek that runs down through there. I'm not sure of the name of
yeah,
it.
the little Beaver Creek does
Yeah.
run through there. Okay.
But it looked like they were kind of like trying to surround something, like come together, one at the top, one at the bottom, and kind of like corralling something.
So you think they might have been doing some kind of hunting or um, something like that?
Yeah, like maybe there was a deer or something. Maybe they were after or something.
uh-huh. Okay, so did you you had to stop dead in the road? Did
Yes.
you? You had to stop completely dead.
Yeah.
And so, how long did you stay there after you saw these creatures run across the road? Did you stay to actually get out and look, or did you stay in the vehicle?
Oh, I stayed in the vehicle. I wasn't getting out.
Okay, so that's basically it for the first sighting that you ever had. So you had a double sighting, and that's really incredible. And
Yeah.
actually, we went back there about a week later and investigated the area, and the area where you said that you saw the one closest to you jump across or over the guardrail. We actually checked that out, and on the other side of the guardrail, we found two footprint impressions. One was 8 feet away from the guardrail, and the other one was about 5.5 to 6 feet. And then we couldn't find anything after that because it ended up in the woods. So that pretty much validated your story right there. You know, when we found those footprints, and they were about 15 inches long.
Right.
So yeah, so that's about the story of your first one. Now, there you had another sighting at our research area R306.
Right.
Now, I was driving in the ATV. We were in a six-man ATV, and we had our entire team in the ATV.
Right.
And this was just starting to get dark. I wanted to take everybody around in the ATV around the tree line of all the forested area there, just before dark. Just to see if we could see anything or possibly stir something up. And I came around the corner and I was heading down towards another field where I would have to turn. And as I got down to like an access road going into another field, all at once you and one of the other team members, Jeremy, were yelling at me to stop. What happened?
Well, as we looked back through that access road, there was a real big thing of hay. I don't know what they call those
The
great big
round,
round bales.
round bales, yeah.
But there was like two of them. One was stacked on top of the other, and standing right beside that was this big, real dark figure standing right beside the hay bales.
Okay, so now I recall I didn't have the opportunity to see what you and Jeremy saw because I was driving, but now I recall you guys yelling for me to stop, and
And Jeremy jumping out and running out back down the road.
yeah, I remember Jeremy running back down there, and so uh, if you had to choose a color for what this creature was, what color would you say it was?
It was either real dark brown or black.
Okay. And compared to the height of the two round bales of hay,
It was taller.
it was
taller.
actually taller than the two round bales of
Yeah.
hay. So that's enormous.
Yeah.
So I recall I backed up the ATV and And by the time I backed up the ATV, you were out of the ATV as well.
Right. And Jeremy was in the woods.
Yeah, Jeremy was in the woods, and by the time I got backed up to the access road, uh, everybody was out of the ATV, and the creature appeared to be gone. So Ray Gardner and I went down, and we got your estimate of how tall the creature was, above the hay bales, and we measured it, and it was probably over 8 feet tall.
Right.
So if you had to guess how broad its shoulders were, I mean, were you able to get a look at the shoulders? How broad the shoulders were, or
I can't say that I actually did. I mean, I know it was big and it was real stocky, but I'm not good with like measurements or anything.
okay, well
It
that
was fast.
it was fat.
Fast.
Oh, I thought you said fat. Yeah, it must have really moved off fast because by the time I got the thing stopped and Jeremy was out of the ATV, it was gone. So yeah, very, very interesting. We have a lot of activity there at our research area, R306. So,
But Jeremy also seen the same thing and described it to you.
well, yeah, we separated you two guys immediately afterwards, and we asked each of you, what you saw, and you both described the exact same thing. As far as height and color and everything else. And so, each one of you pretty much corroborated the other one's story. So, that made for a really great sighting there. I just, I wish I could have seen it.
Yeah.
So,
Just got to be a little bit faster.
yeah, well, I'm just a slow old man. All right. Well, thanks for telling me about your sightings, Sue. And we're going to get this on and let people hear them.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.